as the Seawolves come in with that unblemished 5-0 conference record and 12-1 overall, ranked 6th in the country in Division II women's basketball. Anchorage will be playing its first game of the new year. Their last outing was December 31st. They picked up a win at Western Washington by 10, 64-54. MSUB on Thursday night had a pretty easy win as they rolled over the University of Alaska 86-56, and we're set to go. Kaler in the circle with Cloninger, and the tip is controlled by the Seawolves, and we are underway. Great to have you with us tonight as the Seawolves go left to right to begin the ball game. McNair, the point guard, gives it up in the corner, gets it back straight away, and a ball knocked away. Deep in the corner, it goes to Cloninger, no good with the long-range bomb, and a whistle on the rebound attempt. And it's going to go against the Yellow Jackets, trying to get rebounding position.
Foul number 15, Vanessa
Stavish will pick up the personal foul, her first, as the Seawolves trigger it in from underneath. Alaska Anchorage has been the team to beat in the conference for the last few years. Made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament a year ago. Long-range bomb up and good. Tara Thompson puts the Seawolves on top 3-0. Thompson with her 23rd three of the season. She's hitting 40%, a team best from the arc. And she showed it there with that long-range hit. Green will hand it off to Riley Kane. Man-to-man defensively for the Seawolves. And a travel violation, a turnover. Seawolves are tops in the league in turning the opposition over. Opposing teams have turned it over an average of 24 times a game. Very aggressive defensively, and that is the first Yellow Jacket turnover. Top of the key, McNair. Reverses and comes to the right wing to Gu. Gu directing traffic. They give her a little bit of room, but she kicks it on back out. Shot clock down to 8. Here's a steal. Kane all the way down. They won't catch her. She'll lay it up and score it. And the Yellow Jackets are on the board. It's 3-2. Alaska Anchorage by 1. Head coach Ryan McCarthy talking to his team as the Seawolves walk it down the floor. Gu gives it up right side to Thompson. Back up top to McNair. McNair gets a high post screen, veers off, and gives it to Gu on the left wing. They'll reverse it around, and the shot clock is in single digits. It's down to 6. Top of the key. Drive, and the shot clock violation. Good defense for the Yellow Jackets of MSU Billings. Substitute coming in as Rodrika Ware checks into the lineup, replacing McNair. And Sydney Stallworth will replace Gu. Full court pressure. This is one of the reasons why the Seawolves are tops in the league and turning the opposition over. They will pressure full court. Yellow Jackets get it across. Nice driving layup attempt, no good by Kaler. And the Seawolves on the run. 3-2, Alaska Anchorage by 1. 7:41 to play opening quarter. Two top teams in the GNAC going at it. First of 2 meetings this season. Given the middle of the lane, knocked away and stolen away as Riley Kane got a hand on it. And another substitute coming in. It'll be the Yellow Jackets ball. Sala Langi will come in for the first time. Langi, a true freshman out of Pacifica, California. 2-1-2 full court press. 3-2, the Seawolves on top. And Kane will try to bring it down against the pressure. And she will cross the timeline. 7:19 and running, first quarter. 3-2, Alaska Anchorage by 1. Ball knocked away, and then a reach-in foul. It's going to go against Langi. They'll make that Stallworth. And Stallworth, number 44, the junior out of Tucson, Arizona. First personal foul, first team foul against the Seawolves. Shot from the right angle, up and no good by Stavish. Rebound pulled away by Alaska Anchorage, and here come the Seawolves. Ware now running the point, stops her dribble, skip pass to the left side, and they get it into the corner. And then the nice pass on the interior and the layup to Wandersee. Hannah Wandersee averages 14, has her first 2, and it's 5-2. Alaska Anchorage. 6:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Anchorage coming in with a 5-0 record, the only team without a league loss. Yellow Jackets right behind them at 4-1. There's a drive, contact made, no whistle, as Kane couldn't get it to fall, and another rebound, so 1 and done for the Yellow Jackets again as the Seawolves clear the boards. Thompson gives it up to Ware. Ware launches from deep, in and out. Rebound tipped up and over the rim and rebounded by Breen for the Yellow Jackets. Outlet to Kane. Kane to Breen, top of the key. Breen with her first shot of the ball game. No good, off the front rim, and it rattles into the hands of Wandersee, who kicks it out. 5:50 to go here in the opening quarter. 5-2. Alaska Anchorage with the early lead. Sydney Stallworth will give it up. Lange with the drive, the underhand skip, no good, and a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against MSUB.
Fouls number 25, Riley Kane.
Riley Kane will pick up the foul, her first, second team foul. That'll send the Seawolves to the line.
Saul Lange at the line shooting 2.
Lange will shoot the first free throws of the ball game. Freshman right-hander, first one up, and no good. And wholesale substitutions coming in on both sides. Caitlin Hurley in for the first time for the Seawolves. Yasmin Gu will be back in to run the point. Lexi Prevost takes a seat on the bench for MSUB. Second free throw up and good. Split the pair, 6-2. Alaska Anchorage on top. Seawolves lead the league, averaging 79 points per game. Yellow Jackets not too far back of that at 72 per game. Breen, top of the key, draws a crowd. Gives it up deep right side to Kane. Kane, deep corner to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3, no good. And the rebound to the Seawolves, who on a run. All the way into the offensive end, Lange will give it up to Gu. Left-handed pass, and now they'll fake a pass in the corner and bring it back up to the top of the key. 6-2. Alaska Anchorage with the early lead. Long corner 3, up no good. Rebound to Alicia Breen. Yellow Jackets had an outstanding shooting night on Thursday in their 30-point win over the University of Alaska. When they have struggled with their shooting, that's when they have struggled in the win-loss column. There's a long 3 straight away, no good, front iron. Nice offensive rebound, keeping it alive was Cunningham. And the Yellow Jackets have another opportunity. Nice give down low, but a block from behind by the Seawolves. Caitlin Hurley got the block. 6-2. Alaska Anchorage on top. Defensive battle here early, and a bad pass, loose ball on the deck. And it's going to be saved by the Seawolves, but another missed shot. The rebound comes down to Stavish. Down to the 4-minute mark, and still just a 6-2 game. Kane from the baseline, no good. Underneath the rebound, and the putback is up and good. Grace Weeks with her first 2. Weeks, the senior out of Rapid City, South Dakota, coming off an outstanding effort on Thursday, her best of the season, 18 points and 8 rebounds in that 30-point win. It's 6-4. Seawolves by a bucket, 3.5 to play, opening quarter. There's a long straightaway 3, again no good. Seawolves off their mark. Both teams struggling with shooting early. 18% shooting for the Yellow Jackets, just 28% for the Seawolves. And a whistle underneath. Good post up and a nice bounce pass into the interior. Stavish got the inside presence. Caitlin Hurley with the push from behind, and a timeout on the floor with 3:15 to play here in the opening quarter. It's Alaska Anchorage 6 and MSU Billings 4.
Also stationed out the lobby tonight,
Well, congratulations to Bobby Knutson. If you're able to catch our pregame, her jersey presentation ceremony. Number 21 will be out in the lobby corridor with the other jerseys that have gained distinction here at MSUB. Three-time All-American during her time on the hard court here in Billings. Well, early stats in this game. Again, defense, the name of the game. Yellow Jackets just 2 of 11. The Seawolves just 2 of 7. Turnovers. Seawolves have turned it over 2 times. The Yellow Jackets just once. In the win on Thursday night, that 86-56 win over Alaska, the Yellow Jackets ended up shooting 53% for the game. They got off to a great start. They led 12-0 on Thursday night. Ended up with a 50-26 halftime lead, so it was basically over at the half. And they shot 50% plus in 3 of the 4 quarters. Yellow Jackets trigger it in. Hannah Collins now in. She has the dribble left side and stops it back to Breen straight away. In the post, little turn back jumper up and no good. As Weeks misfires. Seawolves in the offensive end with a 2-point lead. McNair running the point. Lost it off her foot, but right to her teammate Thompson. Trying to get a post up. Thompson kicks it back into the corner. Shot clock down at 7. Yellow Jackets have had some pretty good defense early, but that will break the defense up as Cloninger hits the long ranger. 3 ball from Cloninger, and it's 9-4. That ball knocked out from behind as Hannah Collins had it popped away, but out of bounds at midcourt. It will stay with the Yellow Jackets. Riley Kane comes back in for MSUB. Taylor Cunningham to the bench. 9-4 Seawolves. Kane between the rings, man-to-man for the Seawolves. And there's a foul. It's going to be on McNair, going through the back, trying to get that pass out on the edge. First personal for McNair. 3rd team foul. 2:17 to play in the quarter. Kane looking in and trying to find a post-up, nothing there. Out to Breen, a long 3, and it's good. Breen's first bucket, 30th 3 of the season. She's a 38% shooter from out there. Cuts the lead to 9-7 for Anchorage. There's a ball knocked away, a loose ball. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Collins into the front court left. And a push foul is going to go against the Seawolves. Foul on Cloninger, that'll be her first. Substitutes coming in as Rachel Kaler is back in for the Jackets. They'll line up the picket fence and trigger it in with 1:48 to play in the quarter. Breen looking, holding it over her head, pops it up top. 3 on the way is in and out for Hannah Collins. And the rebound again to the Wolves as they continue to give the Yellow Jackets just one shot and done. From the right angle, a shot no good, but a late whistle and a foul is going to go against Lexi Prevost, and that'll be her first. That'll send Stallworth to the line for 2. Alaska Anchorage as a team hitting 72% from the free throw line. Just a shade lower than the Yellow Jackets, who are 73%. So both teams are going to do well down the stretch if free throws become a factor. First for Stallworth is good. First point of the game. Second one up and good. And 11-7. That will allow the Seawolves to full court press. Kane has it knocked away from behind, so a turnover. Stallworth with the drive. Hangs it out on the left baseline for an air ball by Cloninger. And the rebound to MSUB. Taylor waiting for some help at the free throw line. Breen, she'll drive it in, and she will draw the foul and get to the line.
Fouls number 25, Tanae Voliva. Alicia Breen at the line, shooting
Foul on Voliva, the freshman. That's a tough matchup for a freshman, with the senior Alicia Breen getting it at the free throw line and is taking it right down the right side. And she is 88% from the line and hits the first of two. It's 11-8. Alaska Anchorage with the lead. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Second one, no good. Seawolves want to push it. Rodrika Ware on the right area, gives it off in the middle of the lane for an easy layup by Cloninger. Cloninger with 5. 13-8. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 1. Full court pressure. Breen to Kane, too hard, and it's stolen away by Alaska Anchorage. Chaos and mayhem. It's what they have on the back of their practice jerseys, the Seawolves do. Cloninger now has 7 points as she knocks down the 13-footer. And it's 15-8, largest lead for the Seawolves. And they have done it with the pressure defense. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Breen with the drive and the bucket. And is it going to be good? It's a blocking foul. And we'll see if the bucket is good. It should be. Foul against the Seawolves. And the bucket is good. A 3-point opportunity for Breen. Foul on Tanae Voliva, her second. Vanessa Stavish is back in for the Yellow Jackets. 13.3 seconds remaining in the quarter for the 3-point play, and it is good. 7 of the 11 MSU Billings points belong to Alicia Breen. And the Seawolves will play final shot. Hook pass in the corner. Up top, and a whistle and a foul with 1.3 seconds. It's going to go against Kane. That's her second personal foul. Not in the bonus yet. That is only 4 team fouls. So with 1.3, Seawolves will inbound it. Nobody guarding the inbound. Step right 3. Will it count? No, it will not. And 1 quarter is in the books. So Alaska Anchorage with a 4-point lead, 15-11 after quarter number 1. Well, the Seawolves got their offense going just a little bit in that opening quarter, ended up shooting 45% from the field. The Yellow Jackets still mired in a bit of a shooting slump, just 26% shooting on 4 of 15. 3-pointers, the Jackets 1 of 4. That usually gets them going if they can hit some outside shots. 2 of 5 from beyond the arc for Alaska Anchorage. And the turnovers are even at 3-3. Each of the team's leading scorers coming into the game, well, they're the leading scorers after quarter number 1. Alicia Breen with 7 of the 11 MSU Billings points. Shelby Cloninger with 7 of the 15 Alaska Anchorage points. So 2 teams that are normally the 2 of the top offensive teams in terms of scoring points in the league. Mired in more of a defensive battle here after 1. Alaska Anchorage will have the ball to start quarter number 2. Yasmin Gu, top of the key, gets a high post screen, directs traffic with the right hand, gives it off on the left side to McNair. McNair back to Gu. 14 on the shot clock. Hook pass into the corner. And a kick out for a long 3 that is good by Thompson. So Tara Thompson gets the Seawolves on the board to start the second quarter, and they lead them by 7. Breen looking for help. She does to Kane. Kane on the baseline for the jumper by Weeks that's in and out. The board to Alaska Anchorage. 18-11. Seawolves on top of the Yellow Jackets. Penetration kickouts have been successful so far, and a foul called, a blocking foul. That'll go against the Yellow Jackets' Vanessa Stavish, and that'll be her second personal foul.
Foul number 15, Vanessa Stavish.
First team foul. Seawolves will shoot two. First free throw is no good for Lange. Lange now 1 of 3 at the line. Second free throw up. This one is good. 19-11. Largest lead of the game for the Seawolves. An 8-point advantage here early second quarter. Kane almost got picked, but right through the body, a foul is going to be called. Kane did a good job at the last bounce to turn her body. And McNair is called for the foul. McNair with her second. Taylor Cunningham is in for MSU Billings. Weeks will get it in and get it back. As the Yellow Jackets run their offense, down by 8. Kane beyond the free throw line. And a whistle away from the ball. And they're going to count the 3. The whistle apparently came while the ball was in the air. So the 3 is good for Kane. The foul is on Thompson, her first. So while that ball was in the air and going down for 3, the whistle blew. The 3 counts, and the Yellow Jackets get the ball and will inbound it. Big opportunity here at the 8.5-minute mark of the half. Breen will turn and dribble it down the right side. Puts up an off-balance shot off the glass, no good. She was just hoping for contact and didn't get a call. 19-14. Alaska Anchorage on top. Nice no-look pass onto the interior. And the layup for Wandersee. Wandersee has 4 and is 21-14. 8 minutes to play in the half. Kane getting double teamed on the sideline. Able to wiggle out of it. Shot from the left side by Taylor Edwards is no good. Underneath there's a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a push against Alaska Anchorage. And the Seawolves are going to have wholesale changes. Lange picks up the personal foul, her first. Team foul number 3 against the Seawolves here in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets trigger from underneath. Deep corner 3 is no good for Kaler. And rebounded by Alaska Anchorage. Early offense and an early post-up. A spinning shot up and no good by Wandersee. And Breen will clear the board. 7.5 to play in the second quarter. 21-14 Seawolves. Spin right and in. As Rachel Kaler has her first 2. 21-16. And a whistle away from the ball and a foul against Alaska Anchorage.
Shelby
Cloninger will pick up her second. And that is already 4 team fouls. So one more will put the Yellow Jackets in the bonus with a ton of time left here in quarter number 2. A 5-point Alaska Anchorage lead. They stick with the man-to-man. Or player-to-player if you prefer. And the 3 is good as Alicia Breen knocks it down. And just like that, the Yellow Jackets have pulled to within 2 with a timeout on the floor. So a second quarter that got started with a red-hot Seawolves team. All of a sudden, the Yellow Jackets have hit a couple of long rangers. Been able to get it back to within 2.
Remember, free fries for you when the Jackets score 72.
Seawolves have led by as many as 8. They have now hit 50% of their shots, but they have attempted 8 less shots than the Yellow Jackets. Seawolves are 7 of 14. MSU Billings is 7 of 22. Each team with 3 three-pointers. And the difference, just a couple more free throws for Alaska Anchorage. 10 points for Alicia Breen, halfway to her season average of 20. For Anchorage, Shelby CLONINGER with a team-high 7, but she has a couple of personal fouls at this point. Matter of fact, the Seawolves, when you look at the foul trouble, Keanne McNair has 2, CLONINGER with 2, and Voliva with 2. Yellow Jackets have a couple of players with the 2 personals. Stavish and Kane, 2 of the starters, have 2 fouls apiece. 21-19. Alaska Anchorage by a bucket. Seawolves have Pinckney, CLONINGER, Wandersee, Hurley, and Stallworth in the lineup. Yellow Jackets counter with Edwards, Kaler, Breen, Cunningham, and Kane. Pinckney swings it up top to CLONINGER and a lob into the interior, but a hold is going to be called against the Yellow Jackets. Taylor Cunningham will pick it up, her first. Substitute.
14,
Sala Lange is back in. Seawolves trigger it in with 6:40 to play in the half. Stallworth up top. He's dribbled it off her knee twice, but recovers. Wandersee with her back to the bucket will give it back up on the perimeter. Now she'll take a shot just inside the free throw line. No good. Volleyballed around and kept it alive. The Seawolves will get another shot from the corner. This time it's good. Stallworth with her first field goal. She has 4 points. And the Seawolves lead is back to 4 at 23-19. Yellow Jackets break the pressure. Kane over on the sideline. Just under 6 to play, first half. Nice give in the lane to Breen, up and in. A dozen now for Alicia Breen. And it's a 2-point Seawolves lead. 23-21. That ball is out of bounds. Tapped last by Breen. Hannah Collins back into the MSU Billings lineup. Stallworth will trigger from underneath for Alaska Anchorage. Boy, she's taking a lot of time. Finally finds Wandersee, who caught the shot, but it's short. The rebound. Here come the Yellow Jackets, coast to coast, and a foul called as Collins took at the length and draws the foul. Hurley with a foul, her second. 2-shot foul, but it will be bonus free throws the rest of the quarter as well, with that 5 team fouls mark already hit by Alaska Anchorage. Hannah Collins, first to 2 is good.
Tara Thompson checks in for the Seawolves.
Collins, a freshman
Also, J-Dan Lemon.
out of Great Falls, Montana.
And Vanessa Stavish checked in for the Yellow Jackets.
Stavish is back in for the Yellow Jackets. Second free throw is good. And the freshman Collins ties the game at 23. 5:23 remaining. First half, and a foul called against Alaska Anchorage. Wandersee will pick up the personal foul offensive foul. So the Yellow Jackets with a chance to grab the lead. It would be their first if they could get it. Collins running the point. Has it knocked away, saves it on the sideline. Then a double dribble is called. Tried to save it, but put both hands down on the ball. So a turnover. Just the fourth against the Yellow Jackets, against this swarming Seawolves defense. As we tick down to the 5-minute mark remaining here in the second quarter. A 23 all time. Wide open on the wing for three, and no good by Stallworth. The rebound to the Yellow Jackets. They will bust it out of there to avoid any full court pressure. Collins to Breen, turns and faces. Now she'll back it up with a dribble. Breen looking for a screen, gets the high post, but stops her dribble. To Collins. With 8 on the shot clock. Collins to the rack, high off the window, right hand, left side, and it's good. Hannah Collins. And it's a 2-point lead for MSU Billings. First lead of the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. And a travel violation. Turnover, Alaska Anchorage. Substitutes coming in on both sides. Riley Kane checking back in. Shelby CLONINGER will come onto the court for Alaska Anchorage and play with 2 fouls. This time, the straight up full court pressure. Kane on the near sideline, gives it up. And a foul call that Roderica Ware is going to pick up the foul. Ware with her first. And bonus shooting now at the free throw line for the final 4:02. Breen for 2 free throws. The first is good. And Alicia has 13 points. 3 of 4 at the stripe. Looking for a 4 of 5, and she does. 14 points for Breen. 27-23. Just under 4 to play. Largest lead of the game for the Yellow Jackets. Nice job of isolating underneath, but Wandersea couldn't get it to fall. Too hard off the glass, and the rebound to MSU Billings. Jackets trailed by as many as 8 early in this quarter. Breen into the lane, draws contact, puts up the shot, no good. Wandersea will clear it. 3.5 to play, first half. Deep left side, Thompson. Cross to the near side to Ware. Ware back to Thompson. Thompson for 3. Got it. Yeah, that's all Thompson does is shoot threes. She is right now at the 9-point mark because of 3 long-range hits. Yellow Jackets lead is cut to 1, 27-26. Just under 3 to play. Hannah Collins gives it up to Breen straight away. Directing traffic, bounces it back, looks for the screen and gets it, but then again stops and gets a double team. Bounce pass down on the blocks, out to the long 3 in the corner for Collins, and she hits. Hannah Collins with a shot in the arm for the Yellow Jackets here in the first half. And the lead is 4 for the second time. There's a long 3 off the glass and good for Roderica Ware. Normally have to call that as she kissed it off the glass with a little bit of angle. Tough shot, and it's 30-29. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to play here in half number 1. Collins, who averages just 4 points a game, already has 7 in the first half. Gives it off to Kane. Step back by Stavish. No good. Front iron 3. Rebound to the Seawolves. Just under 2 to play. Drive all the way to the baseline. No good. And the ball is out of bounds. And subs coming in, 3 of them for the Yellow Jackets. Prevost, Weeks, and Kaler all back in. with 1:46 remaining here in the second quarter. MSU Billings 30. Alaska Anchorage, the 6th ranked team in Division II women's basketball, 29. Full court pressure. Jackets have had a few problems with it, but overall not too bad. And there's a foul, a push in the back. And again, this really plays into the hands of a good free throw shooting team as McNair picks up the foul, and she has picked up her third. So one of the starters for the Seawolves has 3. A bunch of others are at the 2 mark. More importantly for MSU Billings, free throws. 2 shots, but the first is no good by Riley Kane. Rodrigo Ware checking back in, replacing McNair. 30-29, a 1-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Second free throw is good. Kane with 6 points, 31-29. Home team, 1:40 to play, first half. Cloninger backs up, has to give it up to Ware. Ware had it knocked away but recovers. Back to Yasmin Gu, 10 on the shot. Gu way out on the edge. Top of the key, Cloninger. Cloninger off balance shot from the free throw line. It's good. Tough shot, her first bucket of the second quarter. And we're tied at 31 with 1:13 to play here in the first half. Kane across the timeline straight away. Right side to Kaler. Swing it deep in the corner for Weeks for 3. No good. Long rebound, and the Yellow Jackets win the battle. A new shot clock. Nice dump down underneath, and the layup high off the glass. Lexi Prevost has her first bucket. The assist to Grace Weeks. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 2. 33-31. Seawolves on the offensive end. 15 on the shot clock, and a whistle as the ball was just knocked loose, but this could be against Kane. It is. That's going to be Riley Kane's 3rd personal foul. Wouldn't be surprised to see somebody come in for Kane. Yeah, they not able to get it in on this defensive set. Off balance shot, no good. There's another foul called against the Yellow Jackets. Prevost will pick up her second. Hannah Collins ready to check back in.
Shelby CLONINGER at the line.
I'm sure for Riley Kane, who has 3 fouls. Cloninger for 2. Try to tie the game. First is good. 10 points for Shelby CLONINGER. 6-foot senior out of Kamaya, Idaho. Went to Utah State and North Idaho before ending up in Alaska. Second free throw is good. 11 for Cloninger. Substitute. As Edwards comes in, Collins comes in, and the shot clock is off with 28 seconds remaining. So the Yellow Jackets can play final shot here if they would like. And a lot of substitutes coming in. Wandersee back in for the Seawolves. Tied at 33. Ball knocked out. Yellow Jackets wanted that to be a technical foul. The defender, they said, reached across and out of bounds to knock that ball, which is a no-no. The officials thought otherwise. Green will fly it in to Kaler. Kaler into the front court. Will give it up to Collins. 20 seconds. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets can avoid the pressure and use the rest of the clock here in this second quarter. Down to 14. Kaler hands it off to Collins. Collins to the free throw line to Breen. Breen flips up a shot, no good. Rebound underneath. Lefty put back is good by Edwards. With 2 seconds left. Half-court shot on the way, no good. And the Yellow Jackets of MSU Billings will go to the locker room with a 2-point lead, 35-33. Both teams heading back out on the court. it'll be Thompson, McNair, Gu, Cloninger, and Wandersee on the floor for Alaska Anchorage. Kaler, Stavish, Breen, Prevost, and Kane for the hometown Yellow Jackets of MSU Billings, and we are underway. Yellow Jackets will start with the basketball. They have led by as many as 4 and has trailed by as many as 8. Here's Kaler with the drive and the kick out and the steal. Gu with the steal for the Seawolves. Good job by Breen to get back defensively. McNair will give it up to Gu, who will swing it around deep corner left to Thompson. Back up top to McNair, stops at the left elbow. Good job defensively by Kane. Shot clock is in single digits. It's been that way a lot in this game. Shot up and no good off the front iron by Cloninger and rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Rebounding 16-16. Both teams very evenly matched the shot. No good. Travel violation called before the shot. That'll be turnover number 6. That'll even the turnover marks. Two pretty clean teams in terms of turnovers. Only 6 apiece. Normally, opponents are turning it over 24 times on average per game against the Seawolves. There's a dump down and out of bounds. Goes off the hands of Wandersee. So turnovers on each side to start this second half. 35-33. MSU Billings on top. Here's the full court pressure. Hasn't really affected the Yellow Jackets much. Just a couple of possessions it has. They've been able to do a good job of getting it down. Kaler, jump shot. Too strong. Rebound tipped out. And Kaler's going to run it down. Set it up to Kane. Just underway, third quarter. MSU Billings 35, Alaska Anchorage 33. Kaler, left-handed shot, no good. Got her own rebound. Right-handed shot is no good. 2 opportunities underneath. The Jackets cannot capitalize on it. Here come the Seawolves. Top of the key, Wandersee was wide open, decided not to take a shot, and will give it up. Drive into the lane, shot no good. Breen the board, and will run. 4-on-2 break if she wants it. She'll stop, she'll pop, and she'll drop. 16 points for Alicia Breen, and the lead is 4. And that equals the largest lead of the ball game for MSU Billings. Top of the key, Cloninger, and she will knock it down for 3. 14 for Cloninger. And it's 37-36. Yellow Jackets by 1. Seawolves started each quarter hot, and then MSU Billings is able to mount an attack. Here's Breen for 3. No good. Too strong left side. And rebounded by Wandersee. She'll give it up, and Yasmin Gu will run the point, call out the play. Give it up to Cloninger. McNair wing right. Kick and a swing and a 3, and it's no good. Yellow Jackets will draw the foul as Kane got the outlet pass. And Gu will pick up the personal foul, the sophomore out of Daly City, California. And wholesale changes. 4 new Seawolves will come into the game at the 7:03 mark of the third. 37-36. MSU Billings leading by 1. Kane gives it up to Taylor Cunningham. Nice look underneath the cane, but she doesn't take a look to take a shot. She'll swing it out for a 3, no good. Prevost just couldn't connect on that open 3. Rebound goes out of bounds, so the Seawolves will bring it down, trailing by 1. Deep left side 3 is good for Rodrika Ware. Ware's 2 field goals have both come from long range. And the Seawolves regain the lead by 2 in a timeout called by MSU Billings. Kevin Wooden in his 14th season as head coach calling the timeout. Each start of each quarter has been a good start for the Seawolves. This is about the time when the Yellow Jackets have started to kick it in, though, about 3 minutes in. Looking at the numbers, 45% shooting from the field for Alaska Anchorage, 36% for MSU Billings. Each team has hit 13 field goals. The Yellow Jackets have attempted 7 more. Rebounding edge to the Yellow Jackets by 2. Turnovers, 6 turnovers by MSU Billings and 7 for Alaska Anchorage. Well, when you look at the standings in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, Anchorage is perfect, the only team without a loss. They are 5-0 in conference play. Northwest Nazarene and Montana State Billings each with 1 loss. They are 4-1. That's why this game is so large to the Yellow Jackets. If they could give Anchorage a loss, they would get into a tie for first place with at least Anchorage and possibly Northwest Nazarene. These two teams will play again in Anchorage, Alaska in February. After the timeout, Yellow Jackets with the basketball down by 2, 39-37. Largest lead of the game was an 8-point lead for the Seawolves in the opening half. There's Kane out on the edge to Breen, who drives and gets blocked from behind by Wandersee. And a pass stolen away by Kane. Kane now has numbers. Yeah, she lost the numbers and will have her pass tipped and stolen, so another turnover. Now the Seawolves on the run. Behind the back, a little bit too fancy and out of bounds, so another turnover. Rodrika Ware trying for a circus play. 39-37. Alaska Anchorage leading, full court pressure. Breen will help bring it down. Breen crosses near side timeline, continues with the dribble and gives it up deep in the corner. Cunningham stops dribble and up top to Kane. Shot clock at 13, still a lot of time. Skip pass to Kane out on the perimeter right. She'll kick it out in the corner, and the 3 on the way, and it's good. Hit every side of the rim and the backboard before Cunningham's 3 dropped. The Jackets are back up by 1, 40-39. Stop and a jumper up and good for Stallworth. She has 6. Just like that, Alaska Anchorage leads by 1. Breen to the rack with the left hand, and it's good. Breen with 18. 42-41, back and forth we go. Under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Stallworth rolls to the right angle, off balance. Off balance pass. The fans wanted a travel call, but didn't get it. Straight down the barrel 3, rattled out of there. Rebound on the floor, picked up by the Seawolves, and an easy layup up and in for Lange. Lange with 4 points. 43-42. Alaska Anchorage by 1. 4:24 remaining third quarter. Here's a 3 on the way, no good. The back post, and it's tipped out and rebounded by Alaska Anchorage. Here come the Seawolves. Stallworth looking over at her coach. Coach Ryan McCarthy, in his 6th season, has 133 wins and 26 losses. Shot off the window, no good by Wandersee. Rebounded by Breen. Nice look way down underneath, and a foul called as Lexi Prevost broke ahead of everybody, and Kane found her, nailed her with the pass, and Prevost will go to the line.
Fouls on number 20, Hannah Wandersee.
Foul on Hannah Wandersee. That'll be her 2nd. Team foul number 2, and a timeout on the floor with 3:52 remaining third quarter. It's Alaska Anchorage 43. MSU Billings 42. Alicia Breen with 18 points to lead the Yellow Jackets. She averages 20 a game. Only Breen and Cunningham have scored points here in the third quarter for the Yellow Jackets. Alaska Anchorage just won in doubles. Shelby Cloninger with 14. Tara Thompson had all 9 of her first half points from 3-pointers. She is scoreless here in the third. 7 of 15 from beyond the arc for the Seawolves. 5 of 13 for MSU Billings. Now, foul trouble was starting to become a factor in the first half as we look down the line for Alaska Anchorage. McNair has 3, Cloninger with 2, Wandersee with 2, Hurley with 2, Voliva with 2. And for MSU Billings, Riley Kane with 3, Prevost and Stavish with 2 apiece. Hannah Collins is ready to check in. She gave the Yellow Jackets a nice shot in the arm in the opening half, scoring 7 points. As she'll come in after the free throws. Lexi Prevost at the line shooting 2. Just 2 points on the night for the senior. First of 2 free throws is good. Prevost an 84% free throw shooter. Second, no good. Long rebound. Prevost runs it down. Gets her own miss. And then she stepped out of bounds. Stepped on the sideline. And here's the substitute. Collins is in. Prevost will come out. We're tied at 43. Clock running at 3:45 remaining third quarter. Gu gives it to Cloninger. A long 3 on the way, and it's good for Thompson. She has done nothing but shoot 3s in this game and has hit 4. 12 points for Thompson. And the lead is 3 for Alaska Anchorage. And a whistle out on the perimeter, a reach-in foul. It's going to be on Yasmin Gu. That'll be her second. Team foul number 3. Breen will trigger it in from the sideline. Get it handed back to her. Yellow Jackets down 3 as we tick it down to the 3-minute mark. Nice give underneath for the easy layup. Weeks has 4. The assist to Kaler. Jackets back to within 1. Largest lead of the game has been an 8-point lead for Alaska Anchorage. Yellow Jackets have led by as many as 4. Post up, spin baseline, and a foul is going to be called on Grace Weeks.
Foul number 43, Grace Weeks.
Weeks with her first team foul in the third quarter. And Tanae Voliva, the freshman from Anchorage, looking for her first points. Misses the free throw. 3 of the 5 field goals here in the third quarter for Alaska Anchorage have all been long rangers. Second free throw was good. First point for Voliva. And a 2-point Alaska Anchorage lead. Full court pressure. Breen helping out in the backcourt with Kane. She'll hand it to Kane. Kane crosses timeline left. 2.5 to play, third quarter. Anchorage by 2. And a turnover. Each team with 16 field goals. The difference right now are those 3-pointers. 8 of 16 for the Seawolves, 5 of 13 for the Yellow Jackets. Down to 2:20 to play, third quarter. Leva gives it up. The left wing gets it back in the lane and scores. Tanae Oliva, the freshman. And it's a 4-point lead for Alaska Anchorage. Kane almost lost it in the backcourt. This defense of the Seawolves takes a lot out of you. We'll see what kind of gas the Yellow Jackets have in the tank, and there's a turnover. And all of a sudden, the turnover total has reached double digits for MSU Billings. Substitutes Taylor Edwards in for the Yellow Jackets. Vanessa Stavish is in. And a minute 51 to play in the third. The third quarter that has watched the Seawolves come from 2 down at halftime to lead by 4, and they have the ball. And wide open again for 3, and again, knocking it down is Thompson. She has been absolutely on fire. Averages 7 a game, has hit for 15 on 5 3-pointers. And the lead is 7. Largest lead of the second half for Alaska Anchorage, their second largest lead of the game. Collins gives it up, gets it back. 1:12 to play, third quarter. Collins up top to Stavish. DeBreen, a long three, and it's off the back iron and knocked out of bounds off the Yellow Jackets. Substitutes as Rodrigo Ware will come back in for the Seawolves. Lexi Prevost is back in for the Yellow Jackets. Caitlin Hurley also checking in for Anchorage. 52-45. With a minute remaining in the third. It's been a good third quarter for the 6th ranked team in Division II women's basketball. Shot clock down at 9. A good catch and roll to the bucket, drawing the foul as Voliva ends up heading to the free throw line.
Fouls number 15, Vanessa Stavish.
Stavish with the foul, her third.
Tanae Voliva at the line shooting 2.
Voliva, who had no points in the first half, has had a good third quarter with 3 points, but misses the free throw. She's now 1 of 3 at the stripe. 52-45. Alaska Anchorage by 7. Second free throw is good. And that equals the largest lead. 53-45. And full court pressure. Shot clock and game clock have about 7 seconds of difference. High post screen. Kane stops her dribble, gives it up. Collins, baseline underneath, stepped out of bounds, another turnover. Now the turnover starting to mount, and trips down without shots starting to take its toll on the Yellow Jackets. That's 11 turnovers now. So they've almost doubled their turnover total that they had in the entire first half. Final shot for the Seawolves in the front court. Yasmin Gu way out on the right edge, top of the key. Cloninger for 3, front iron and in. That one hurts. Hit every side of the iron before dropping through, and just like that, it's 56-45, an 11-point lead heading into the fourth.
The Jackets score 72, courtesy of Wendy's at all home conference games. Got a little ways to go. Let's cheer them on.
Well, it was the long ball in the third quarter that has done heavy damage. 5 3-pointers in the third. 2 from Cloninger, 2 from Thompson, and 1 from Ware that have opened it up to an 11-point lead for the Seawolves of Alaska Anchorage. Now looking ahead to the fourth, Yellow Jackets are going to have to stop the turnovers. It has been a tough second half so far. Scoring-wise, Alicia Breen with 18. Hannah Collins with 7. Riley Kane with 6. So not a whole lot of supporting cast scoring in this game after Alicia Breen. For Alaska Anchorage, they do have that supporting. It's been from the outside. Cloninger with 17. And Thompson with 15. Tanae Voliva came through with 4 third-quarter points on the interior. So inside out of Thompson and Voliva doing the third-quarter damage. Here we go, final 10 minutes. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets can mount a rally. First, they've got to get a defensive stop as Alaska Anchorage has the ball to start the fourth. And there's a steal. Kane with a pickpocket. Riley Kane with the dribble, the kick, the three-pointer on the way, and it's no good as Prevost misses. And the long rebound comes out to Ware. Rodrigo Ware into the front court straight away. Ware to the baseline. Down to Voliva, and she traveled with it. Now the turnovers are even, but the third quarter turnovers right now the difference in this game. 56-45. Alaska Anchorage looking to continue their long conference winning streak. 25 straight wins in conference play. Breen gets it, and a jump ball is called. The possession arrow points for the Yellow Jackets. So MSU Billings will trigger it in from underneath. The last time that MSU Billings defeated Alaska Anchorage, coming up on 4 years, 2014. It was March of 2014. It's been a long drought since the Yellow Jackets have picked up a win against the Seawolves. And as I mentioned, it's been a long drought for everybody in the conference. Nice give back to Breen, who will earn a trip to the line.
Foul number 3, Tara Thompson. Alicia Breen will shoot 2.
Foul on Tara Thompson, her second. First of 2 for Breen is good.
Sala Lange checks in for the Seawolves.
Lange back in for Alaska Anchorage. Breen toes the line for the second free throw that's on the way, and good. 20 for Breen. 56-47. Down in the post it goes to Wandersee. Spin left, spin right, spin left again, and draw the foul. Wandersee really hasn't done a whole lot offensively in this game. Stavish with the foul, her fourth. Wandersee with only 4 points, averaging 14 a game. Free throw's good. Wandersee is a 77% free throw shooter, a junior from Kodiak, Alaska. Second free throw on the way, no good, front iron. Jackets with the board, down 10. Plenty of time left, 8:45. Stavish hands it off to Collins. Collins to Prevost, gets a screen from Breen. Shot clock at 8, 3 on the way, right side, no good. Collins had the rebound but lost it. Here comes Anchorage. Nice catch underneath. And the kick around step back 3, no good. Collins will run down the board. He's going to take it all the way and then get tripped. Foul is going to go against Lange.
Foul's number 14, Sala Lange.
Lange with her second personal foul. Second quarter, the Yellow Jackets got into the bonus very early with 7 minutes plus remaining. Fouls not quite to that point yet, just 2 against the Seawolves and 1 against the Yellow Jackets in the quarter. 10-point lead for Anchorage and a steal. McNair with the pick, McNair with the layup. First 2 of the ball game for the junior Keanne McNair. 59-47. Anchorage by a dozen. And another steal. 3-on-2 break. And a nice block from behind, but the Seawolves trailing the play as Yasmin Gu got the board and was fouled. Stavish with the foul, and that will be her 5th. Tough night for the junior. Vanessa Stavish has been probably the key to this game. Number 3 standing deep in the left corner with 2:23 remaining. 18 points on 6 3-pointers. Eyed another one, but gave it up. Clock down to 5. Wandersee loses it out of bounds. Turnover number 15 for Alaska Anchorage. Tara Thompson for the Seawolves, 6 of 6 from the field. All 6 of her shots have been threes, and she has hit nothing but net on all 6 of those. Breen, no good from the left angle. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Anchorage. And Cloninger gets up gingerly on her ankle Yeah, she might not stay in the game. Training staff will come out and take a look. So Cloninger will be helped off the court. Not able to put any weight. Looks like a twisted ankle. Well, you hate to see that for any team with just under 2 minutes left in the game that looks pretty comfortable in the W column for Alaska Anchorage at this point. Roderica Ware will come in. We'll have a timeout on the floor. 74-58. Alaska Anchorage with the lead over MSU Billings. Now, the first half was one of those halves where you thought this game might come down to a final possession, but that all went out the window in the third quarter. Anchorage got it going, caused turnovers, and hit threes. They hit 5 3-pointers in that third quarter. Ended up outscoring the Yellow Jackets 23-10 in the third. That erased a 2-point Yellow Jacket halftime lead. Full court pressure will be applied by MSU Billings in the final minute 50. Seawolves will break it. Front court left is Yasmin Gu. Thompson deep in the left corner. Nice give underneath for an easy layup. Lange with 6 points. Ware with the nice pass and the assist and a steal. Ware heads into the front court. And that shot is going to count. Little acrobatics, getting contact and scoring with the underhand scoop shot and a chance for a 3-point play. Ware's been solid tonight with a dozen. Yellow Jackets will substitute. Final 1:18 here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Ware for the 3-point play, and she hits. 79-58. Yellow Jackets in the offensive end, another turnover as Thompson grabs hold of it. And we're under a minute to play. The Seawolves are going to ring their winning streak up one more rung. 30 straight games in conference play when you include the tournament. 26 straight games during the regular season. And this will be their number 22 on the road in a row. And a foul with 1 second remaining on the shot clock.
Foul number 11, Taylor Edwards.
Edwards the foul, Wandersee to the line. For MSU Billings, they're going to see their 8-0 home streak come to an end here tonight. As Wandersee hits, and she's in double figures with 10. Second free throw is good. She has 11. 4 Seawolf players in double figures and a timeout with 37 seconds remaining. So the Yellow Jackets are going to have to regroup. They will suffer their second conference loss and fall 2 games back of Anchorage. Got to finish in the top 6 to make the conference tournament. And right now they are safely up in that upper rung of teams, but a lot of games to be played. These 2 teams will meet again in February. Matter of fact, February 1, they will meet in Anchorage. And the conference tournament is March 1st through 3rd in Anchorage. So the Seawolves will get to host the conference tournament. There's a whistle away from the basketball. And I think they're looking at the shot clock. Wasn't a violation of any kind. They just want to make sure that the scoreboard is correct. So the Jackets will trigger it in with the final 33. They'll have 26 on the shot clock. 81-58 is the score. Alaska Anchorage on top. And a foul underneath. It's going to go against Lange.
Fouls on number 14, Sala Lange. Janessa Williams at the line.
Janessa Williams looking for her first points. Free throw is good. Williams, the sophomore out of Clancy, Montana. Second one is perfect. And the shot clock is off. So the Seawolves can run out the rest of the clock. Well, the first half that was very evenly matched turned into a second half that the 6th-ranked Alaska Anchorage Seawolves dominated with three-point shooting, able to get it in the post quite a bit, and they also turned the Yellow Jackets over. And there's the buzzer. 81-60 is the final score.